Hey, what is up, you guys? This is Heath, Anthony, and Carlos with the Malco Cast. Hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to let you guys know that we missed last week because it's been blazing hot in Vacaville, California, guys. It has been 108, 105, 107. It's like
111.
It sucks.
111 Saturday.
111, guys. It's just been gross. Okay, my equipment was stuttering and was freaking melting, and so we had to just skip last week because of that.
Man.
So this week we're back though, and we're so happy because we're talking about songs that changed our lives. This is an idea that we got from the famous bass player Nikki Sixx, who recently released a list of the songs that changed his life. And, you know, for me personally, there's not that many on my list. There's only about 2 or 3 of them that changed my life. But before I give you that, I want to hear what Heath's picks are for songs that changed his life.
Yeah, man. Growing up, you know, there was definitely a few songs that contributed to my love of music. But the very first one was Paul Revere by the Beastie Boys. And I don't know, there was just something about that song and you know, hearing these white boys, man, just getting that. Dude, I don't know. I love the lyrical attack that they had. I love that song so much. Like I knew every word of that song, and so that was like the very first song that got me into music. Like I'd always listened to kind of what my dad listened to, sort of thing, which I think a lot of us do. And but that really kind of set me down a path of my own, you know, my own likes of music. And then so that was the first one, and then the second one was probably by Korn. It was off their first album. It was called Daddy. And the reason that one was so powerful to me was just, it was the first time I really saw a lyricist, a singer, just, you know, basically put that kind of material down. And then with the emotion at the end of the song, when he's literally in the studio bawling his eyes out, crying. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, I've never heard anything like this before in my life. And it just totally, it changed the ballgame. I mean, you know, you grow up in the 80s. I was a kid in the 80s, and you know, there was a lot of, you know, just glam rock and party rock and just have fun kind of stuff. So to hear this kind of, which we, you know, grunge kind of brought some of that, but there was something different about, I remember that song for sure. And I think that all kind of rolled over into my last song, which, you know, I guess, you know, for me, I got to pick one of my own songs, right? Come on now. No, seriously, when we wrote the very first song that I felt like we started coming, the Malcontent, we started coming to our own, and that was Trust. I remember when I wrote that song, just being able to, there was a freedom that came with writing with that kind of emotion and writing, you know, with, you know, that kind of intensity. And I really feel like that just totally just kicked off my whole, you know, my whole sound, as far as, you know, because to be honest, like a lot of the lyrics, you know, Alan was writing a lot of the lyrics, and a lot of the music we were writing was, you know, was heavily influenced by, you know, Alan had a lot of influence in it. So this was kind of like, you know, a chance for me to kind of take the reins there and really, you know, go from there.
God, you're conceited, dude.
I know.
Dude, about the lyrical
I'm a lead
content,
singer. What do you want?
About the lyrical content for the first song, I remember hearing that song, dude, all during 6th grade and just thinking, what the hell is a wiffle ball bat? I did not know what that was. And then,
You didn't?
No, I didn't know. Like, I did it like this, I did it like that. I did it with a wiffle ball bat. I'm like, what the hell is a wiffle ball bat? It was only years later till I found out that it was a bat to play, you know, wiffle ball, obviously. A bat with holes in it. And like, wow. Blew my mind.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
What about you, Carlos? What are your songs?
My songs are a little bit different, and that's because I grew up listening to rap music and R&B music and soul music. All through high school, I was listening to a lot of hardcore rap, a lot of underground rap, a lot of R&B, and all of that stuff, right? And so the song that made me kind of change what I was listening to and make it seem like it was okay to just kind of like what you like was Big Empty by the Stone Temple Pilots. That was a song that surprised me, really. And I remember first hearing the song on the Crow soundtrack, and that was a cool movie. And we would
a great soundtrack.
Yeah, and we would sit where I was working at the time was a call center, and in between calls there were songs that were played during our work day, and so that song came on, and me and my other friend Steve Siders, he's also a musician. He's a singer, guitar player, excellent voice, excellent guy. We would sing along to that song and like hang up on people just so that the music would come back on. And
oh, that was you. That was you.
Yeah, it was me. It was me. And
bro, quit calling me about my auto warranty.
My warranty. That was Carlos calling me about a warranty.
We'd be like, "Whoops, hang up," and then we would continue singing that song. And so, that led me down to like, okay, so that opened me up to like different like Nirvana, and like Nirvana led to Korn and the Deftones and Papa Roach, and it started, Power Man 5000 and Kid Rock and all of this stuff. And so that's what really opened it up for me, and it led me towards being in a band, right? Because before then I was just all hardcore rap, all rap, and I didn't really have any friends that listened to anything else. And so that's the one song. And then another song that and this, I know this is corny, guys, but Beat It from Michael Jackson was...
Dude,
come on now.
It's not, because that was going to be one of mine.
Was
That
it?
was going to be one of mine. So,
Wow.
Stole it.
Okay, well, I just really briefly, when I came to the United States at the age of 3, I didn't know any English, and that was one of the very first songs that I would listen to learn English, and that was a life changer right there.
right?
So, what about you, Anthony?
Dude, that's a pretty crazy story, Carlos. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, but no, that song was one of them, dude, because that was like the first song that, growing up, where, it was like everybody, everywhere you went, that song was being played, dude. So
Yeah.
that was the first song that I ever like kind of started understanding what rhythm was, like a beat, where. So that song was definitely on my list, dude. Another song for me that you guys probably won't even believe, but is The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
Great song, dude.
Dude, when
It is
I
a
was
good
a
song.
kid, I had the cassette tape, and I would listen to that song over and over. I would listen to it and rewind it, listen to it and rewind it. There was something about the storytelling in that song that really appealed to me, and the music was kind of cool, dude. I really dug that song. Dude, I could literally go on with this for like a whole half an hour about it. Because the stuff that got me into metal music, though, was like Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. That was like the first song that I heard that was kind of hard, like that opening riff. But then my sister started listening to like Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. So like, she would come running home from school, dude, kick the door open. So I would listen to this song over and over. So I really started to like, yeah, dude. I had a lot of songs that have influenced me throughout my life, my time.
Absolutely. And it's just kind of the songs that make you feel like yourself are the ones that are the most powerful.
Right.
And there's music that you take a look at me and you probably wouldn't know that I listen to different music. I consider myself I don't consider myself a music fan of any particular genre. I think that there are hidden gems in every single genre, even country. Like The
Right.
Gambler is one. I like a lot of Johnny Cash stuff. Folsom Prison Blues, and what's their other one song? The song that he says 3 feet high and rising. The storytelling in that song is just crazy. It's great.
Music is it's the universal language. You know what I mean? Like, a good song's a good song. Like, I mean, pretty much that's what's crazy is you see like and I'd love to experience this, but see these bands, say they're from the United States and they go over to Europe and they play these massive festivals where these, people maybe speak a different language.
Yeah.
But when they come together and that song, that one song comes on and they're screaming the lyrics to the song, in your language. I mean, it's a universal language. That's the beautiful thing about music is that I think it just brings people together. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
No, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of music.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude, I love music that like, dude, like I just sit there and think about like the song One from Metallica. Like that's the song that got me into metal music, dude. Like that was where I was like, oh, this is where I need to be at, dude. Like, but from there, like I started getting more extreme. Like I would get into the death metal stuff, dude. Like,
yeah,
I was a straight metalhead who would listen to like Destiny's Child, dude, but wouldn't tell nobody. Like that's why I know like all these songs, dude. Like
Celine Dion,
dude. Like I know like. I listen to, dude. I used to watch MTV as a kid, and I would watch, Yo MTV Raps, like, yeah, dude. Like, I can name like Tupac songs that like influence, like, because I listen to there's a song that Tupac did, and it's a straight metal song to me. When I hear it, it's just as hard as any metal song, dude. Like,
what song is
it? It's called "Still Ballin'."
Oh yeah, Still Ballin'.
And dude, every time I hear that song, dude, it fires me up. Like, yeah.
That's
but people don't know that about me, dude, because they think I'm just like
a metalhead.
Straight metal, dude. Like,
yeah.
They look at you and seen the raging mullet, man. You would have thought he was a metalhead too, man.
Dude, they look at you and
that blonde mullet, man. He had that thing going. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. About that song.
I'm just jealous.
About that song One, that is such a complex, beautiful, haunting song, dude. It starts off with that, that little riff, those notes he's playing, and it's a sad, depressing kind of feel to it, but it's so like it's melancholy and like it's like an elegant sound, you know what I mean?
Dude, and it's everything that I love it's everything that I love in music, dude. Like the melodic stuff, the heavy stuff, like. In our last band that Heath is actually wearing the shirt for, we wrote a lot of melodic stuff with heavy, like,
yeah,
almost overdone a little bit, but dude, that song, talking about One, we read the book in high school that was made from the video. They did the video for the movie.
Yeah.
Or the movie for the video.
Yeah.
Well, we read the book, and our teacher didn't want to show the movie in class because I don't know if you remember, like you'd read a book and then they usually show the movie afterwards.
Right.
Well, he didn't want to show the movie because he's like, the movie's terrible. He's like, terrible movie. So I was like, can I bring the extended version of the Metallica video into class? And so he went and rented the VCR. Yes, I said VCR.
Right.
And put the video in there. So us four metalheads that were in that class, we were the only ones like headbanging and rocking out to that song in class as the movie.
Oh, so
the rest of the class was just staring at us.
Yeah. He let you bring it in then, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.
Shout out to Mr. Winthrop.
Wow. That's cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, you guys have any closing thoughts before we wrap it up?
I do. I want to give a shout out to Anthrax. They're celebrating their 40 years of history doing metal music.
Wow.
Big, huge influence. They've been putting these videos up on their social media like documenting their history, and they're pretty cool to watch. If you get a chance, everybody should go check it out. Yeah, shout out to Anthrax.
Cool.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Malcontent. I mean, come on, 97, man. It'll be 25 years of Malcontent coming up pretty soon. But no, I love these guys. I'm proud of the music that we made over the years and that we continue to make. And so, yeah, it's all good.
And we want to know in the comments, what are some songs that have changed your life?
Yes.
And how did it change it? That's what we want to know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you comment and give it a thumbs up, and check out our other social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Spotify too.
Tinder.
Yep.
Tinder. Grindr.
Sorry.
All right then. See you guys next time. Peace.